Hello and welcome inside the Rays broadcast booth. This is Ryan Walters here, and I'll be bringing you what should be a good match between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. Tampa Bay comes into this game 7-6, 1.5 games back in the AL East. Toronto currently leads. Boston, meanwhile, 5-8, 3.5 back, but still a ton of time, of course. Tampa Bay comes into this game having won 3 of their last 5. They won 3-4 against the Toronto Blue Jays before losing 2-3 to Baltimore. They won 2-3 against the Indians, but then lost 2-3 to the White Sox, so definitely a bit of an inconsistent start for these Rays. Boston, meanwhile, comes into the game having lost 4 of their last 5. They took 2-3 from Cleveland to start the season before being swept in 3 games by Toronto. They won 2-3 against the Orioles and then lost 3-4 to those same Blue Jays. So Boston will look to right the ship here tonight. This is the 8th game of a 10-game homestand for the Sox. Meanwhile, the Rays, this is their first of 6 straight games on the road. They have 3 games here at Fenway Park before traveling to New York for a 3-game set against the Yankees. Leadoff man Kevin Kiermaier steps into the box, and it looks like we're ready to begin this one. And the first one looked at by Kiermaier, low and in. That'll be a strike. So first pitch of this game here, late April, is a strike, and this game is officially underway. Eduardo Rodriguez, of course, the starter for the Boston Red Sox, and gets another pitch in there, a slider this time, still low and in, 0-2. Get a look at this on the show track. Great movement on that slider for Rodriguez. And now Kiermaier in a quick hole to begin the game. Now here is the 0-2 pitch from Rodriguez, and swung and a miss by Kiermaier. Swung on an inside fastball. So quickly 1 down for the Rays in the top of the first. We'll get a look at their lineup now. Jennings hitting after Kiermaier, followed by Longoria, Souza Jr., Logan Forsythe, Logan Morrison, Tim Beckham, Brandon Guyer, and Kirk Casale rounding out the order. 1-0 count to Evan Longoria, Desmond Jennings on first. 7th pitch of the night from Rodriguez. Here it is. And Longoria lines it over the outstretched arm of Dustin Pedroia, and this one's going to roll all the way to the wall. Desmond Jennings around third. He's heading for home. Here's the cutoff throw. It is going to third base. And Evan Longoria gives the Rays an early 1-0 lead thanks to his RBI double. Nice piece of hitting from Longo. We'll see just over the arm of the second baseman Pedroia, and that one rolled all the way to the wall, allowing Jennings to get from first to home. So the Rays with an early 1-0 lead. Runners on the corners now, still only 1 out. Here's Logan Forsythe, and this ball is hit to shortstop. And oh, what a play by Xander Bogaerts. Over to second for 1, over to Ramirez at first, and the 6-4-3 double play on the nice play from Xander Bogaerts, but the damage has been done. The Rays take a 1-0 lead in the top of the first, thanks to Evan Longoria's RBI double. We'll head to the bottom of the first. The Rays have the early lead. 2-2 count to the leadoff hitter Bogaerts. Matt Moore pitching for your Tampa Bay Rays, and Bogaerts hits a weekly back to Moore. Makes an easy throw over to Morrison at first and 1 away. So now let's get a look at the Boston Red Sox lineup. Of course, Xander Bogaerts led off. He'll be followed by Jackie Bradley Jr., Mookie Betts, Hanley Ramirez cleaning up, Dustin Pedroia, Travis Shaw, Josh Rutledge, Brock Holt, and Christian Vasquez rounding out the order. Hitting 121 on the season. You know he would love to get things going tonight. Now, bottom of the second 1-0 count. Here is Hanley Ramirez. 10th pitch of the game for Moore. And this one's hit out to right field. Lazy fly ball. Easy play for Guyer out there, and he makes it. No, he doesn't make the catch! Guyer misplayed the ball out in right field. No throw to third, and Ramirez pulls in. That's got to be ruled in E9. Nothing else that can be ruled as. You know Kevin Cash, you'd never want to see an error. You know he's fuming over there in the Rays dugouts. So now, immediate danger for the Rays here in the bottom of the second. Now here's Pedroia, and he lines it in left field, and the Rays lead is gone. That error comes back to hurt the Rays, as the Red Sox have tied this game up in the bottom of the second. Score is 1-1. It's not Moore's fault. Ramirez should never have been on third, but Guyer misplayed the ball, and Pedroia gets his 7th RBI of the year. Top of the third, 2-2 count to the catcher Casale, his first at-bat of the game, and ball 3. No! Called strike 3. I don't know about that, but maybe that's why I'm up here, and the umpires are down there, I suppose. Now 2-2 count to Kevin Kiermaier, swing and a miss, strike 3, his 2nd strikeout of the game. Rough start for Kiermaier. Now there are 2 quick outs here in the 3rd inning. Rodriguez with 2 strikeouts. You'd love to have that as a pitcher, no doubt about it. Now an 0-1 count to Desmond Jennings, who scored the only run for the Rays to this point. 0-1 count, and it's grounded to Pedroia over at second. He throws over to Ramirez at first base, and that ends the inning. So through 2.5, the score is tied 1-1 here at Fenway Park. We'll be right back. Top of the fourth here at Fenway Park. 2-1 count to Logan Forsythe. Runners on first and second. No outs. Great opportunity for the Rays to take the lead here. 47th pitch of the night from Rodriguez. This one flown out to left field. Should be an easy play for Jackie Bradley Jr. And it is. And he throws over to the third baseman. No cutoff necessary, so the runners will have to retreat back to first and second base. Still just one out now. Here is Cup of Lomo, Logan Morrison. 1-1 count, and this one popped up weakly to the third base side in foul territory. And now quickly 2 outs, so the Rays in danger of not getting anything out of this inning after it started so promising. Now an 0-2 count to the shortstop, Tim Beckham. Here is the pitch. It's swing and a miss, strike 3 on the high and inside fastball. So the Rays, after getting runners on first and second with no outs, cannot capitalize. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. The Rays and the Red Sox tied 1-1. Let's get a look at your game summary here through 6 innings. Evan Longoria 1 for 2 with an RBI, a double, and a walk. Dustin Pedroia, meanwhile, responsible for the only run for the Red Sox, 1 for 2 with that RBI single. Matt Moore, meanwhile, 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 7 Ks. Definitely his best performance of the year. Into the box steps Logan Forsythe, 0 for 2 today with a flyout and a ground out. Eduardo Rodriguez still in the game, but it seems like Robbie Ross, is that Robbie Ross? It is Robbie Ross, is warming up in the bullpen. So here's the first pitch of the 7th from Rodriguez, and that's a low and in changeup. Count is 0-1 on Logan Forsythe, who started the season off very well, as you saw earlier. Here's the pitch, and swing and a miss by Forsythe, so quick hole. Forsythe has dug himself into 0-2 count. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Rodriguez, and high and inside fastball. You have to wonder if that was maybe a waste pitch, maybe look for something low and away now. We'll see. Now here's the 1-2 pitch. That one is low, but Forsythe gets a hold of that and lines it out to center field for a base hit. So the Rays get a leadoff man on here in the top of the 7th inning. And you see Forsythe, he gives the little hand gesture there, like, yeah, guys, I can do this. I'll put the team on my back. So Rodriguez lets up a hit here. You have to wonder how long he'll be able to stay out there, how long John Farrell will let him stay out there. Maybe if he lets up another hit, he'll be done. We'll have to see. Regardless, here is Logan Morrison now. The two Logans hitting back-to-back tonight in the lineup. Logan Morrison lets that first pitch go by. Probably should have taken an offer at that one. That was right down the middle. Nice fastball. But regardless, the count is now 0-1. 80th pitch of the night. Nope, they're going to throw pickoff. But they don't get Forsythe. He slides back in well ahead of the throw. So now here is the 80th pitch of the night from Rodriguez. That one hit up the middle. Nice dive by Bogaerts, but not in time. He couldn't get the runner at second, and he can't get Morrison over at first. So he prevents the ball from going into the outfield, but Morrison, regardless, extends that hitting streak, which is now at 11 games. And now runners on first and second with no outs. I feel like we've seen this before. Hopefully it doesn't end the same way it did earlier in the game where the Rays did not get a run. And that's going to be all for Rodriguez. Farrell has seen enough, so he will pull his young left-hander, and he will replace him with another left-hander who will be coming out of the bullpen. Robbie Ross should be entering the game. We'll see. He was the only one in the bullpen warming up. I'd be surprised if it's someone else, and it is Robbie Ross, the left-hander. Third game of the season, 1-1 record, a 10.13 ERA in 2 2/3 innings. He has 1 strikeout. Right-handers hitting .571 off of him. Definitely, Ross would like to improve those numbers here as we close the end of April. Tim Beckham will greet him first, 0-2 count, and Beckham hits it out to right field. Betts there, though. It should be an easy play, and it is, so 1 out in the inning. Still runners on first and second, though. Of course, they cannot tag up, however. Now a 1-1 count to the batter. Brandon Geyer hits it to Bogaerts, and 6-4-3 tailor-made double play, and the inning is over. So once again, the Rays get runners on first and second with no outs and can't capitalize. 7th inning stretch time here in Boston. Score still tied 1-1. Top of the 7th here from Fenway Park. 0-2 count to Hanley Ramirez. And here's the pitch, and Moore gets him on the curveball, swinging fourth straight strikeout for Mr. Matt Moore. Let's get a look at these 4 straight strikeouts. Of course, they started in the last inning. So there's Bogarts looking. And then he got Jackie Bradley Jr. swinging. Here's Mookie Betts swinging down in the dirt. He got caught fishing. Of course, Casale had to throw over to first on the dropped third strike. And now what we just saw here is Ramirez getting caught swinging on the nice curveball. So 4 straight strikeouts for Moore. Excellent outing for him tonight. Now top of the 8th. Man on first. 0-1 count to Desmond Jennings. And Kiermaier's going. Jennings takes. Here's the throw to second base. And Kiermaier is safe at second base. So big steal, gets a runner in scoring position for the Rays. Let's get a replay of this steal. See, not a great lead for Kiermaier, but he definitely has the speed. Definitely helps that the throw wasn't exactly on line. It bounced over to Pedroia, who was on the base. So Kiermaier gets into second base safely. So with only 1 out, the Rays have a runner in scoring position. Now here's the 0-2 pitch to Desmond Jennings. And he ropes it into center field. Kiermaier around third, heading for home. The throw is not in time. And the Rays take the lead here late in the game on the RBI single by Desmond Jennings. That ball wasn't exactly roped. That was probably a pretty bad way to describe it by myself. But regardless, I'm just as excited as all of you are. The Rays have taken the lead here in the 8th inning over the Red Sox. And Desmond Jennings, like myself, he is pumped. Top of the 9th here, 2-1 the score still. Craig Kimbrell in the game for the Sox. Logan Forsythe at the dish, and he does a little first pitch swing in. Oh, what a play by Christian Vasquez behind the plate. We have to see a replay of that. We'll see Forsythe doing a little first pitch swing there. Pops it up weakly behind the plate, but Vasquez immediately takes the mask off. He thinks he has a shot at this, and we'll see. Gets a nice, good, jump out of the catching position. Great dive. Holds on to the ball. Excellent play by Vasquez. One of the better defensive catchers. That's what he was described as he was coming up through the Red Sox system. Now 1-2 count to the shortstop, Tim Beckham. 2 outs. And he's swinging a miss. Strike 3 on the low and away pitch. Another strikeout for Beckham. So we'll head to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Rays clinging to a 1-run lead. 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Red Sox to do up. Brad Boxberger in the game for the Rays to close the game. Of course, this is a safe situation, and the first batter to greet him will be Jackie Bradley Jr. First pitch from Boxberger, and it is fouled down the first base line. So an 0-1 count for Bradley. A little bit early on that fastball was Bradley. 0-1 pitch. And swing and a miss. So that time a little late on the fastball. So first time he was early. This time, as you'll see, couldn't really catch up to it. 0-2 pitch from Boxberger, who is set, and here it is. And swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the low and away changeup. So 1 quick out for the Red Sox. Now down to their final 2 outs. Let's get a replay of this. Bradley Jr. just caught flailing at the low and away changeup. No chance whatsoever, and Boxberger gets a quick first out via the strikeout. Now here is Mookie Betts. And he just, it looked like a check swing. Maybe he wasn't really trying to go for that one, but regardless, that's popped up into foul territory. Morrison able to really just take a couple steps over there, and Betts, he's not too happy with himself. He would love to have that back if he could, but regardless, Red Sox down to their final out here in this contest. It'll be all up to Hanley Ramirez to keep the game going. 0 for 3 tonight. A strikeout in the 7th inning. Only 4 pitches for Boxberger to get those first 2 outs. Here's the first pitch to Ramirez, and that'll be a changeup high and inside. Ramirez will look at it, and that'll be a strike. Count is 0-1. Boxberger doing a little stretching there on the mound, making sure he stays loose. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Boxberger, and that one called a strike. So the Red Sox quickly down to their final strike tonight. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Ramirez definitely in a bit of a hole. Boxberger gets the sign. He's set. And here is the 0-2 pitch from Boxberger. Check swing. Did he go? No. First base umpire says that Ramirez did not go. So now 1-2 count to the first baseman Ramirez. So we'll try this again. 1-2. And strike no! Wow, that looked like a strike from up here. Let me look at the monitor. Wow. I said it earlier, but I guess that's why I'm up here and the umpires are down there. But oh my goodness, that looked like a strike to me. But now a 2-2 count to the batter Ramirez. Here's the pitch from Boxberger. This one is hit to the shortstop, Beckham, over to first, and he is out, and the Rays, thanks to some timely hitting in the 8th inning, have defeated the Boston Red Sox here in the first game of a 3-game set. Score is 2-1. The outfielders celebrate, as you see there. Just an excellent game, very exciting all the way to the end. But that'll just about do it for me here in the broadcast booth. Once again, this has been Ryan Wallace. I'll see you next time. Final score, Tampa Bay 2, Boston 1. Have a wonderful day.